Let me
Hey,
get,
Shay. How's it going today, man?
hold on, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna record it on my phone as well.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on, Morgan?
Nothing much, man. Just another day. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man, doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So,
Good.
hey, I know you were talking about that class you're taking, kind of like help with relationship status and stuff like that. I just had a couple of questions.
Okay,
So,
hit me with it.
me and old Becky, we're kind of on the rocks, and I know that you said there's a couple of formulas, a couple instances you kind of can gauge it off of, kind of get a better idea on whether it's overall worth it or not. You kind
Yeah,
of walk me through some of that stuff, like
yeah, for sure.
theoretically.
For sure. I've got you, Morgan. So basically, one of the biggest things is, you know, the interdependence theory. So a relationship is based on two different factors. So you've got relationship satisfaction. Are you happy with the marriage with the person that you're spending all your time with? And then relationship endurance. Are you going to stay with that person for a long time, or are you going to look for a better alternative? What does the longevity look like there? Those are the two main things that go into um, seeing the success of a relationship. Now, as you could assume, the overall success is going to be kind of a determining factor on whether this marriage is worthwhile pursuing or not. And then you can also calculate the success by the rewards minus the cost, and that's going to equal your outcome. So your rewards, those are the basic things like positivity, resonance, and then companionship, help, economies of scale, access to human and financial resources. We see a lot of this whenever people move in home together. They'll start pooling their money together. So those are some of the rewards. The cost can be deadly, and I'd have to hear a little bit more about your situation to be able to decipher on this. But this can come from abuse, addiction, or smaller things like little annoyances and grievances that you go throughout on daily conflicts or frustrations. So kind of run me through a couple of the rewards and a couple of the cost of your relationship.
Okay, well, having somebody constantly there, I guess, and then
How
she
does
does take up a
Becky,
lot of slack.
is
Sorry, what was
Becky
that?
always pretty much there for you?
Pretty much, she does a pretty good job of it. I don't know, she does her own thing, and I do mine from time to time. We're both busy people, but for the most part, yeah, we're there for each other.
Yeah.
And otherwise, like I don't know, she does a decent little job being like a partner. You know what I mean? Like being there for you when you need them, and giving that emotional, intellectual, physical support, really whatever you need. So she does a good job there. Oh,
What about some of the costs? Is she addicted
yeah.
to anything? Is she abusive in any way?
Not abusive, a little bit toxic, super needy, honest to God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured that one. You know how them Zetas get.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm
and then there's four. So Gottman's got four horseman rules of a relationship apocalypse. So these are
okay.
kind of the four things that drive everything successful relationship into the ground. I'll run for these. I'll run through these for you real quick. Criticism. It attacks another person's character rather than offering a critique or voicing a complaint about the situation. So, is she real critical of you, or anything like that, or does she pretty much support you even with your misfailings from time to time?
Well, I'm decently supportive, but yeah, a little bit critical of my stuff, and then not really attentive to her own flaws as well. Like her has a tendency to not really grow, if you know what I mean.
Most women are. And then contempt. When you feel the disgust towards your partner and often shown through name calling, eye rolling, this is by far the worst, is the contempt that you feel towards your partner. Do you ever feel that towards her? Do you think that she's ever felt that way towards you a little bit?
I don't ever feel contemptuous. Like it, I never let it get to that point, but I feel like she might have absolutely.
For sure.
But she's
Defensive.
definitely thrown some little names out there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Trying to get under your skin.
Uh-huh.
Defensiveness is a typical response to criticism, placing the blame on your partner. It delivers a message of not taking them seriously. Do you see her getting defensive anytime that you try to criticize her or critique her actions?
Pretty much every time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a popular response. And then stonewalling, usually a response to contempt. The listener withdraws from the reaction, shuts down, or quits responding to the partner. This is by far the biggest one for me. This one drives me insane whenever they just quit talking to you
Yeah.
and
Yeah, no, that bugs.
mid argument. But it seems like so far, what would you say is your biggest out of those four: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling that you're dealing with?
Um, Probably the defensiveness and contempt for sure.
Yeah, those are the
I'm,
most those are the most popular
they
contents.
bug. Yeah, they
And
bug.
then there's three advantageous relationship features. That's responsiveness. These are things that you and Becky can practice. A little bit of tip for you going on down the road. These are some things that you and Becky can practice in order to enhance, I guess, the overall well-being of y'all's relationship. And here they are. Res-
Okay.
Responsiveness is the first. So be quick to respond, respond fully, be where your feet are. And then you've got to respect one another. And then you need to lower your number of initial costs. So don't go into a relationship with, say, somebody else that's a drug addict, come from abusive deal. This, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you definitely want to set yourself up, and then you also want to have realistic expectations, of what you're expecting out of your partner, and then mutual support of each other whenever you're living the best version of your own life is huge. And then you got to have that joint ventured mentality, that team mentality, to where you guys are going to get through everything together. And then, this is one that's oftentimes overlooked, but committed to relationship maintenance, working to fix and preserve the health of the relationship.
Yeah, basically just steady work.
Yeah. Do you have out of those advantageous relationship features, which ones do you think you could probably practice the most? Probably the responsiveness, if I know you, probably the responsiveness, and then maybe I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, probably responsiveness and just I think the overall maintenance, kind of
Yeah.
checking in and seeing what the deal is. I feel like some of that contempt might be coming from how would you put it, just being ignored, I guess,
Yeah,
or like kind of thoughtlessness on my part.
for sure. For sure. Well, yeah, Morgan, I appreciate you checking in today. Overall, if you had to